And I really have no apologies because I'm not the only one. When the Somalis defended their own, nobody raised an issue. When the Westerners defended their own, nobody raised an issue. And this is what is happening, Rogers, in this country. That the only people who cannot defend their own are the Mount Kenya people. It is called tribalism. But when other communities defend their own, or when they take a particular position, they are called tribalists. I saw the CS Interior saying that defending Mother Kome on my part is tribalism. Yet, 2 months before, when President William Ruto was had a lot of attack from all corners for mismanaging the country, that CS said that the president was being attacked because he's a Kalenjin. So I want to say, this profiling of the Mount Kenya people must come to an end. The Mount Kenya people, like any other community, have a right to defend their people. They have a right to articulate their issues. They have a right to say what is good for them and what is not good for them. And I want to ask the Mount Kenya people not to be apologetic about who they are. None of us made an application to go to be born where we were, where we were born. That is God's decision. And we must be allowed as a people to have our own identity and to articulate our issues like all other communities do.
So tell me this, and perhaps it's interrelated. What's the progress of your impeachment case in the corridors of justice? And equally, do you foresee an instance where you'll appeal all the way to the Supreme Court?
I don't know. My lawyers will deal with it. By the way, I'm really list both about the impeachment and those matters in court.
Is there any progress on that case?
Yeah, we did file an appeal in the Court of Appeal. Because we were not satisfied with the bench, the three-judge bench that was constituted by the Deputy Chief Justice, because the Constitution says she doesn't have such powers. But the judges ruled that they should go ahead, and we did appeal to the Court of Appeal. Today the matter was in court, and the Court of Appeal listened to our arguments and gave an order staying the proceedings before the High Court until the matter is heard. The matter is determined. So our lawyers are dealing with that matter. That's our lawyers. I am myself on another assignment, a very important assignment of crafting a new political strategy and joining the other people of Kenya to work out a mechanism of how to get this country back on track, how to make sure that we bring in a new government that will observe the rule of law, a government that will not abduct and kill our children, a government that will not make corruption the official government policy, a government that will listen to the people and that will not just be doing things with impunity. That, to me, is my focus. Whether I am cleared of the impeachment tag or not, it's neither here nor there.
So what do you tell those people who smell a rat in your defense of Chief Justice Martha Koome, that perhaps you're foreseeing such a scenario where the Supreme Court, this very same judges, might be dispensing of your case?
I don't think Martha Koome sat in the High Court where I don't think I got justice. She didn't sit there. It's other judges who sat there. And I don't know whether the matter will ever get to the Supreme Court or not. But I've told you that matter to be is a very small matter. And it does not inform my thinking. And I am just concerned about this country, that it is irresponsible to allow the president to disband the Supreme Court. It's not good for the country. It will create a constitutional crisis. Again, it will make Kenyans lose faith in the entire electoral process, because if the president succeeds and disbands the Supreme Court and installs his own judges in the Supreme Court, then this country is going down to the dogs. The level of impunity will be in acceptable levels, and the president will have succeeded to capture the entire Kenyan state. He has captured the parliament as it is. He has captured the opposition. Now, if he captures the judiciary, we are done.
All right, let's shift focus to other matters, because just today, the broad-based partners, President William Ruto and Raila Odinga, had a presser, a conference, a meetup at State House in Mombasa. And we definitely saw the dalliance between these two leaders. In Kenya, we've seen this statement manifesting that there are no permanent friends or enemies in politics, only interests align. Are you open to working with Raila Odinga, the broad-based partner of President William Ruto?
I am open to working with anybody who means well for this country. And I want to take this opportunity to tell the supporters of Raila Odinga from Nyanza that they should not fight the mountain people, because we are not their enemies at all. We have a problem with President William Ruto. We have no problem with Raila Odinga and ODM. I saw after Raila Odinga lost the AUC elections, some people from Rift Valley, supporters of the president, and some supporters of Raila Odinga trying to blame the mountain people for the loss by the very simple fact some 6-7 women in Karatina Market had celebrated the loss. First and foremost, the Mount Kenya people did not have a vote at the AUC. In fact, our only participation in that election as people of Mount Kenya is that the man we made president had a vote. And if he did vote for Raila Odinga, as he says, then the people of Mount Kenya supported the candidature of Raila Odinga. We have no problem with Raila Odinga. I've had a lot of consultations with the people from the mountain. In fact, I have done almost 400 meetings in the last 4 months.
And we'll get to that.
And the people of that area have asked me to look for friends. And we are open to working with anybody who means well for this country. You know?
But we're talking about a man you decampaigned vigorously in the previous election. A man who mobilized his MPs to vote against you through the impeachment.
The voting against me by ODM people is neither here nor there. The person who orchestrated the impeachment is William Ruto. That's the person we have a problem with. He deceived the ODM people the way he deceived all us in the mountain. And for the record, we, for many years, had problems with Raila Odinga because he had been demonized as somebody who is against the mountain people. In 2020, President Uhuru Kenyatta convinced us that Raila Odinga is a good man. But President William Ruto, then Deputy President, convinced us that Raila is a bad man, he's a witch doctor, he is a lot of poverty, he means bad for this country, and William Ruto admittedly was more persuasive than Uhuru Kenyatta.
But you're on record saying this.
No, I'm just saying,
come on.
He persuaded us, and after he became president, he looked for Raila Odinga and he said he's a good man. So, Raila Odinga has been claimed by everybody. President Uhuru Kenyatta said he's a good man. William Ruto, who told us he's a witch doctor, who told us he's a lot of poverty, who told us he has no plan, who told us he is runnerless, who told us he's planless, today is singing praises for him as the best leader, not just for Kenya, but for Africa. So, we refused to vote for Raila Odinga, not because he was a very bad man, but William Ruto convinced us he's bad. Again, I must say that Raila Odinga was a victim of our community's distaste for betrayal. We felt that Uhuru Kenyatta had betrayed William Ruto by looking for Raila Odinga. So because we hate betrayal, we decided to punish Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta at the same time. But still 1.1 million people from my region voted for Raila Odinga. But now that William Ruto has betrayed us, knowing very well that he is a beneficiary of our community's distaste for betrayal, we are through with him. So Raila Odinga is there. He has not betrayed us. He has not done anything so grave, you know, that in our view makes it impossible for us to work together. But I have heard him say that he's going to consult very widely and he'll say the way forward.